What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including more WrestleMania 39 rumors. Drew McIntyre has been pulled from a huge show, the WWE Hall of Famer Hospitalized, Triple H threatens to fire a star, Chelsea Green shuts down her Onlyfans, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts. And now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at more WrestleMania 39 rumors. On top of today's news are more rumors about WrestleMania 39. As reported earlier this week, the stories about John Cena and The Rock wrestling at the Showcase of the Immortals continues to change depending on the day and whom you ask. Right now, Dave Meltzer is reporting that John Cena is doing everything he can to show up at the show of shows. While his potential opponent remains unknown, there is still talk he could face Austin Theory. That was reportedly Vince McMahon's goal when he was still running WWE. Theory has been enjoying a renewed push after his failed Money in the Bank briefcase cash-in, and while he's currently embroiled in a program with Seth freaking Rollins, many fans feel Rollins will be busy with Cody Rhodes soon as the Nightmare is expected back soon. While a Cena vs Theory match would be huge for Theory, might the WWE opt for Cena to work a dream match against an even bigger star? With rumors of Stone Cold Steve Austin wrestling at Mania, and again at this point these are only rumors, the WWE might go for Cena vs Austin. It might even go for Austin vs Brock Lesnar. Whatever the case, WrestleMania 39 has the potential to be the WWE's biggest WrestleMania ever if it's able to get The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin and John Cena in the ring. As for the rest of the show, Dave Meltzer reported last week that every top act has multiple different things under discussion right now, which is a wise move given the unpredictability of injuries and other factors that can affect a wrestler's ability to work. Next up, Drew McIntyre pulled from a big show. It's bad news for fans of the Scottish Warrior, as Drew McIntyre won't appear at WWE's upcoming Madison Square Garden live event on 26 December. PW Insider's Mike Johnson is reporting on a change to the show's main event and how McIntyre's recent injury affected it. WWE sources have confirmed that the reason a change was made to their Madison Square Garden main event on Monday 26 December for the annual post-Christmas event is that Drew McIntyre will not be cleared to return to the ring by the time the show takes place. You may recall the two-time WWE champion was reportedly injured during the men's War Games match at Survivor Series. McIntyre had been removed from the ring to heal what was termed a minor injury to us several weeks back and will not be able to return until the company's medical protocol clears him to perform. Anyone familiar with Drew McIntyre knows that the man is a trooper who has worked through a variety of injuries, so this must be serious enough that WWE won't let him work. We send our well wishes for Drew for a speedy and full recovery. Next up, details emerge on William Regal's AEW contract. Now that William Regal is on his way back to WWE, fans are getting more information on Sir William's AEW deal and how long he was obligated to stay in AEW. Well, that is before AEW president Tony Khan opted to let him out of his deal early to return to the WWE and coach his son in wrestling. Meltzer is reporting, just to clarify, the William Regal leaving stuff is that the WWE sources were correct that Regal did have an opt-out on 24th February, but Tony Khan had an opt-out on December 22nd. So the contract did end before Regal could leave it without Khan's permission, but Regal could have gotten out of it just 2 months later. Based on the reports we've heard, it sounds as if Regal will be doing much more than just coaching his son. Rumour has it that his lordship will take on an executive position as a vice president in the WWE. What the job entails remains unknown at this time though. Next up, WWE Hall of Famer Hospitalized. It's distressing news as WWE Hall of Famer Koko B. Ware has been hospitalized. The news came on Twitter from the Wrestling Collection, a media and branding agency which represents Koko. WWE Hall of Fame inductee Koko B. Ware is currently hospitalized with unspecified medical issues at a facility in Mississippi. Join us as we keep Koko and his family in our prayers this holiday season. Now we'll continue following this story and extend our well wishes to Koko for a speedy recovery. Next up, WWE star threatened to be fired by Triple H. And did Triple H tell Devon Dudley he'd be fired if he attended an ECW tribute show? Well, that's a story coming from Dave Meltzer, who discussed the recent account of Devon wanting to attend an ECW tribute show and fan convention, only to be pulled from the show. Devon would not have wrestled, but he would have stood in Bubba Ray Dudley's corner. But now Meltzer is sharing the details in this week's Wrestling Observer newsletter. WWE did pull Devon Hughes, aka Devon Dudley, from the event, both the live show and the convention. He was scheduled to be in the corner of Bubba Ray Dudley for his match with Matt Cardona. He went through John Cone in talent relations, who reportedly approved of the booking, and he believed based on his contract, since he's not a wrestler, that he was able to do things like that. Bruce Pritchard nixed the booking, and it ended up being on the desk of Paul Levesque. Meltzer explained that Devon was ready to attend the show. Hughes said that he was going to do it because he gave his word on it, and Levesque didn't give approval, and he was basically told if he did it, he'd be fired, so he didn't do it. There was no real reason past the claim that they didn't want him in a physical risk, but I'm not sure how much physical risk there is in pulling out a table since he was not scheduled for any physicality himself. Now, you may recall the earlier report that WWE sent a letter to the show's promoters telling him that their show was using intellectual property owned by the WWE, i.e. the ECW brand. While there's been continued chatter of a kinder, gentler WWE work environment, it seems clear that the WWE is still adamant about protecting its IP, as it should be, and it will take whatever steps are necessary to ensure talent toes the line. Next up, Chelsea Green shuts down her Onlyfans. Right now, it only seems like every former WWE superstar who is a free agent is headed back to the company. While fans have heard Chelsea Green's name mentioned before, Meltzer is reporting on what he sees as confirmation Green is WWE bound. Chelsea Green shut down her OnlyFans account, which says she's starting out on the main roster rather than being brought to NXT. The ever-optimist Meltzer pinned, "Hopefully this time is a charm, because every time she starts on the main roster, she either breaks her body part or gets fired out of nowhere." Now, as we pointed out before, no one wonders how many more wrestlers Triple H will bring back before he realizes he has more than one he knows what to do with. Will the game start releasing talent, or will he go into AEW mode and rotate wrestlers on TV and storylines before bringing in fresh talent? Next up, Kairi Sane's Royal Rumble return. With the Rumble about a month off, fans are wondering what surprise returns and appearances to expect. One name that's come up for the Women's Royal Rumble is former NXT Women's Champion and WWE Women's Champion Kairi Sane. Sane, who is currently working in New Japan as the IWGP Women's Champion and in Stardom, would be a great entrant, but according to the 26 December Observer, regarding rumours of Kairi Sane returning for the Royal Rumble, what we do know is that it's as of this past weekend, there's been no contract from WWE to Stardom. Kairi is under contract to them now as IWGP Women's Champion, asking for her. And finally, the real reason WWE cancelled a live event in India. Details are surfacing on why WWE cancelled its live event previously scheduled for India in January 2023. You may recall they even pulled Veer Mahan from a match because they did not want to risk him being injured for the show. Now Meltzer is reporting in this week's Observer that the 18th January show that was scheduled for Hyderabad, India, where Sony 6, WWE's television partner, was bringing in WWE for a big live event to be built around the Indian talent and some of the other major stars, is now off. The decision was made by Sony 6, which is merging with Z in India, to hold off the show until the merger is finalized. The merger is expected to go through in April, so the show would take place after April. Now, it sounds as if the live event was a promotional tool for the WWE's TV partners, which may explain why it was only booked for a small venue as opposed to a larger one. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.